Hi everyone, Enzo here, and this is module number 7 of our SeNukeX SEO training course. And I would like to share this video course with you because many people are having a hard time using SeNukeX. And one of the best features of SeNukeX is it allows newbie internet marketers to get started with their own link building campaigns. And this is the reason you have the wizard. But after a few weeks of testing SeNukeX, I have found out that there are certain limitations to what the wizard could do. It's actually good, but there are some limitations that the wizard can do, and one of that limitations is leaving a footprint. If you actually use the default wizard without tweaking any settings from the wizard, you actually leave a footprint, like using the links, okay, and putting all your links at the bottom part of your articles. It's actually good, but if you're using that, if you're using all of your backlinks pointing to your money page are using the same format and the same locations of your URL, you're actually leaving a big footprint for the search engines to detect, and we don't want that. So this module number 7 is going to teach you how to avoid setting up those footprints and how to use the wizard of SeNukeX effectively. This video is actually you can actually set this up in less than 15 minutes, but this video could be longer because I'm going to explain everything step by step so that you'll be able to follow with your own SEO campaigns. So the first thing that we need to do is to simply go to the wizard and click on the wizard button. As you can see, I will be transferred to this page wherein I could add my campaign. Now I would like to create a wizard campaign to my SEO training course website, which is SeNukeX SEO Training. So I'm going to put my main URL here in the URL number 1. Now if you have other URLs, you can actually put it there, and it's actually a good practice because it allows you for deeper linking. Now this is more important. You need to put at least 3 related keywords that you're trying to target. Okay, so the primary would be your keyword number 1. Your secondary would be your keyword number 2. And another secondary term would be your keyword number 3. Now, many people are asking, should I use one profile or should I use multiple profiles? Okay, again, I would like to reiterate that the effectiveness of SeNukeX is based on the randomness of a profile of your links. Meaning, the more random your links looks like for the search engines, it is better for you because the search engines will not be able to detect that these types of links are artificial. So we actually want to use more profiles. But the problem with using the wizard, as I have used it in the past few weeks, is if you create multiple profiles here in the wizard, you actually lose the capability of linking your submissions. And as I have told you in the last few videos, we want to resubmit to the existing domains that were created in our Nuke modules or in our social Nuke modules. So we don't want to create multiple profiles using the wizard. You can create multiple profiles, but you have to do it manually. Okay, so just choose one profile for your SeNukeX campaign, and you will see that the keywords has been automatically added here. Okay, the subdomain, as you can see, the subdomain is already included, or sorry, the keywords are already included in your subdomain. The reason that the keyword is included is because we want to create relevance to your money page and to your backlinks. So I'll just put a title here. Don't worry if you haven't put any spin title, because as I have told you, we are going to tweak the wizard later on, and we're not going to submit this like all the other SENuke members are using or how they use the wizard. We're going to do it differently, a little differently. No. Okay. Okay. I usually go with maximum of 2 because I don't want to dilute the link profile. Just click on the auto generate and then click on the browse. Okay, I have added now a picture. Next is I would like to put a company name, so let's just include the keyword here. Okay. Next, I want to uncheck this one because I want only relevant directories or categories for my link building campaigns. So this is SEO, training, education, internet, marketing, affiliate, business, okay, home based, okay, general, okay. And then if you want everything to be automatically checked without selecting random, just add ignore. And this is because if you don't add ignore, let me just show you, you will need to enter things manually, okay, which is okay, you save few minutes of your time, which definitely what we would like to do. So as you can see, if you put ignore here, it will automatically put ignore. It will automatically choose ignore site if it doesn't found any related categories for your particular campaign. Okay, so click on the next. And the next thing that we want to do here is you want to test if you have a best spinner account. Okay, it's valid, good. Next is we'd like to add an author bio. Okay, so I have added some author bio here. Don't be concerned with adding links yet, because what we would like to do is to create the spinned bio first. So just click spin about me. This is the reason I love the best spinner. I don't actually use best spinner for my articles, because you actually create not garbage, but you actually create unreadable articles which you don't want, because definitely if the readers cannot use your articles, they will be reported to the admin, and all your in your web 2.0 sites will be deleted. And if it is deleted, you actually lose your time, okay, and your effort will definitely go in vain. So I don't use the best spinner creating automated articles. I just use it for automatically spinning my description, my titles. Okay, so next is we would like to use a campaign or a diagram here. You can actually use the built-in diagram from SeNukeX, and one of my favorite is the full Monty. Okay, so the full Monty is actually a full-blown SeNuke campaign. As I can say, you can see that there's a press release here, that there is a video, that there's a forum profile. Okay, but I usually don't have a video. So if you don't have a video, you can actually delete that. Just click on it and delete. I usually don't use also forum profiles. Okay, but of course you can also use that if you like. I usually also don't use web 2.0. Okay, so I delete that one. Okay, so this is what I only use. Basically, this is also called a a link pyramid with a three-way attack, or the three-way attack pyramid. So you actually want to create one profile for this, and another profile for this, and another profile for this. So, or if you're getting a little bit lazy, you can actually create one profile for everything, but I would not suggest that. So for the purpose of our campaign, we would just want to create a campaign based on the wizards that we can see here in our default SeNukeX templates. Another favorite template that I use is the Cabales. I actually like this one. The reason that I like this is you see that there are a lot of toolbox here. The toolbox is actually a removal of your cache and your it creates a new DNS or a new IP address for every time you create an account. So you actually it actually creates random bookmarks and social networks for your sites. So it's actually also a good SeNukeX campaign. Another campaign that you might want to test is this one, the safe three-way attack. Okay, as you can see, I'm very fond of using the social network as the links to my money site. And as I have told you before, the purpose of doing this is because the Web 2.0 sites are given higher priority by the search engines. And as I have mentioned in the last few videos, that if you actually have websites in the first page of the search engines and you actually link them to your money page, you will see an immediate boost. Because what happens is the search engines doesn't know how to rank a particular website. It actually bases them on the existing 10 spots. So if the 10 spots are actually linking to your websites, which definitely will not happen because of course this website sometimes is your competitor, you will actually gain a significant boost. So what we're going to do here with SeNuke, as I have told with you in the last few videos, is because of the power of the Web 2.0 sites, you actually create a significant boost, but you need to build backlinks to your social network. If you don't build backlinks to your social networking sites, you actually lose their link building power, and the link building power will not be passed on to your money site. So I would suggest that you bookmark, you remember, you copy this one, you save the URLs from your social networking sites, and you use it over and over again until it gains page rank and until the page rank is passed to your money site. That is very important if you want to dominate competitive niches. Now, if you're just dominating a very weak market and a very weak keyword, you will notice that your site's rankings would change dramatically in the next few days, or maybe even less than 1 week. I've seen results wherein I got page 1 and page 2 rankings after doing link building using SeNukeX with just 3 days, and after a week I was able to see my website in the front page for a medium competition keyword. Okay, so this is actually very powerful. So if you want a simpler campaign, okay, I would suggest that you just delete things from the Web 2.0 from the safe three-way attack. Okay, you can delete the indexer. Okay, you can delete the Web 2.0 sites. Okay, and okay, to make it simpler, I'll just show you a simple campaign here. Okay, now do not click on the next button yet, because what I'm going to show you is very important. This is how to get your campaigns organized. Okay, now in order to get your campaigns organized, you can actually rename this. This is actually very good. Okay, you need to rename it. Okay, so for example, this will be our domain. So let's say this is my SenukeX SEO.com domain. And what is this? This is my money site. So I would like to put money URLs. Okay, but in our last videos I used the main URL, so I'll use it again, main URLs. Okay, next I would like this to be our first tier, But this is both a first tier. The first tier is the websites that are linking directly to your money site. So if I put, for example, if I put another social network here and I linked here, if I linked it here, okay, this will now be a second tier, because as you can see, it is not directly linking to my money site. It is linking to my social network that is linking to my money site. Okay? So if you want to build more power to your social network, you actually build a second tier below it. Okay? So let's say we're going to build a second tier. Okay. Let's say we're going to actually build a second tier for this one, and I want this to be bookmarked also. So I want this to be bookmarked. Okay. Oops. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to connect. You just need to drag it to the, okay, perfect. And I also want RSS feeds for my social network. Okay. I have a suggestion for your RSS. As much as possible, do not RSS your money site and do not ping your money site, because what happens when you RSS submit a particular URL, it actually submits them to several URLs at the same time, or several websites at the same time, and this could get your site flagged by the search engines because you're getting two links very fast. So if you do not know what you're doing, you might even get your money pages the index or banned or even sandboxed by the search engines. So if you want to use RSS, just point it to your social networking sites or to your social bookmarking sites. Now I also want to add another article directory here. Okay. For my money site. Okay. And for the article directory, you can bookmark it, or you can submit an RSS for it. Okay. I actually also want to add another press release for this one. Okay. Perfect. Let's add another press release. Oops. Okay. So the press release is also added, directly linking to my money site. But this one, I have a first tier and I have a second tier. Okay, now how do I rename them? I start to rename my first tier's website or links first. So I put the domain. This is important. SEO.com. And I just okay. I'll just abbreviate it so that it would be shorter. Okay. SXST.com, SeNukeX SEO Training.com. And this is my first tier. Okay. First tier. Okay, I want to put first run. I'll tell you why I put first run later on. And social bookmarking, xsxt.com, bookmarks. Okay, bookmark or bookmarking. So I know that it's a bookmarking site. Now I usually I create a link, and then I tell that it bookmarks the first tier. Okay, so what does it mean? That this bookmark is pointing to the social first tier URLs. Okay, so you can actually use different ways to name your campaigns, but I suggest you need to make it as ordered as much as possible, especially if you have several websites or several campaigns for your clients and your own websites. So this is an indexer, and it's pointing to the bookmarks. Okay. Now, if you have two bookmarks, I would also suggest that you name your bookmark a first tier bookmark. Okay. Because it's pointing to your first tier campaign or domain, or you can also create a letter. Okay, but I would just put social first tier so that I know that this bookmark is a social first tier bookmark site. Okay, perfect. And the indexer for this one, sxst.com indexer. What is it indexing? It is indexing the social first tier. Okay. Now, what if I have two first tier websites pointing to my money page like this one? How do I name them? I will still name them using the domain xt.com, and then social, meaning it's a social network. I still put the first tier, and then now I'm going to use A, B, C. So this is B, and this will be A. Okay. So let's not remove that. Okay. Now let's go back to the RSS here. ssxt.com. Okay. So sorry. RSS pointing to my social first tier. Okay. And then social network sxst.com. This is now my second tier. So I'm going to put second tier. I'm going to put social second tier. Okay. Pointing to my social first tier. Okay. The reason I'm trying to do this is because later on, if you don't have the diagram, you might actually be confused which is linking to which. Okay. Because we're going to schedule it differently than how the wizard is scheduling it, because I don't want it to be submitting all at the same time. I want it after submitting the social nuke, for example at 1 p.m. I want the bookmarking to start at about 8 p.m. okay, and I want the RS to happen next day. So I actually want to be in control on when my links will be created. The reason I want to do that is because I want it to be as random as much as possible. Okay, if you actually follow the scheduling, the default scheduling from the wizard, you can actually leave a big footprint that the search engines can detect. So we're here in the social bookmark. Let's continue. sxst.com. Okay, we're using a bookmark, and we're bookmarking social second tier. So if you have again two social networks pointing to your social first tier, you can actually use a letter or a number or whatever means of labeling them. So it's actually up to you, but this is how I got comfortable in the last few days. I was actually using several naming system or labeling system, but I've found out that this type of labeling system works for me best. So you're free to use this or follow your own, whatever suits you, of course, would be best. Okay, RSS social second tier. Okay, perfect. Now I haven't renamed this first. I will still rename this because I want to put the name PR1 first tier. Okay, perfect. Okay, in this one, ssxt.com article directory first tier. So if I have another article directory, A and B again, and if I have another linking here, that would be second tier. Okay, so this is second tier. Oh, this is first tier B. Okay, perfect. Now we have our linking campaign. I'll actually save this diagram so that if you want to use this, you can actually copy this. This is a sample diagram that you can use. I'll put the download link just below this video, so that you can actually use this and for your reference, or you can actually use this campaign. Okay, so click on the next button. Okay, just click on the auto generate and then create a pre-created Hotmail account. Okay, so let's wait for it to finish for a while. Okay, now here's another part of our wizard that I would like you to listen very carefully. This part is where we would like to create randomness as much as possible, and it's actually very easy to do. You actually just add more first names in your profile settings. Okay. Okay. Okay, another important part that you need to change here is the username. So I've told you before, you need to put your keywords as much as possible in your username, because it will actually create a keyword rich URL domain for you, like SeNukeX SEO Training.com, .blogspot.com, SeNukeX.gymdo.com. So it will actually create more relevance for your links, and you need to change your username, and don't just use the name or the first name and last name. Of course, you'll get more accounts deleted this way, but for your other accounts that will not be deleted, you'll actually gain more relevant backlinks this way. So SEO, okay, and then trainings. Okay, perfect. And I want to put numbers here because this creates more randomness to my backlinks. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then click on the test button. Okay, perfect. Now just click on the next button, and so we're here in our SeNuke SEO training. Now, the usual thing that many people do here is they just click on the generate button, and I'll show you why I don't like this. Okay. Okay. One reason that I don't like this is if you click on the preview sample, you'll see that it creates an article, yes, but you actually don't understand what the article is trying to convey, because it's a wrong grammar article, it's not in the right sentences, it doesn't follow any flow of thought. So what happens is, as soon as a person sees your article, it will be flagged as spam by the users, and it will be reported to the admin. And as soon as the admin sees that your account is posting spam articles, your website will be deleted as soon as possible. And this is true with most websites like EduBlogs, WordPress, Thoughts.com, and many other Web 2.0 sites used by SeNukeX. So you don't want that to happen, because you'll be wasting your time and you'll be wasting money, because you'll be paying CAPTCHA service. Okay, so you don't want to do that. But here's a way. One that you can do is, of course, you write your own article, you spin your own article, okay, and then put it here, but that will take you a lot of time. One thing that I do, one option that I use, is the ultra spinnable articles by VitaV, and it actually creates a lot of good articles. It's a little bit expensive, but if you factor in the time creating and writing good American English articles, you actually save a lot of time and money with ultra spinnable articles by VitaV. Now, don't worry if some of the articles are not related with your niche. You can still get a backlink from them, because what I have told you, a backlink is still a backlink. either it's a no follow or a do follow, a backlink is still a backlink. But the best backlink would definitely be backlinks that are coming from relevant articles or related articles for your main topic. Now, there's another way that you can use if you don't want to use the ultra spinnable articles by VitaV. This is another way for you to create a unique article without spending a lot of money, and this can actually be done in less than 5 minutes. So what you need to do is get your own private label rights article. So just search Google free PLR articles, okay, and then you just pin them. Okay, so I'll get at least 4 or 5 PLR articles of the same topic. So I'll pause this for a while and then I'll show it to you in a notepad. Okay, let's go back, and here's a private label article. This is actually a 4 articles, but I just combine them into one. I haven't spinned a single word, and you don't need to spin a single you don't need to spin everything here. I'll just show you a special technique, and what I'm going to do is I will combine 4 private label rights article and paste it here. Okay, what happens is you need at least about 2,000 words, and more is actually better. And then you have to make sure that the shortened article to how many words is checked. Go with 550 because this is the standard number that most Web 2.0 sites accept. And then, okay, if you click on the preview sample, you will notice that it didn't spin anything. Okay, but if you want it to spin, you need to spin at least one keyword. Okay, search engine optimization. Just spin one keyword to make sure that it will create a spin version every time. Okay, and now that you have told it to be shortened into 550 words, SENuke will actually randomize everything per sentence, okay? And also, of course, the per bracket. So what happens is you will still have readable sentences because everything is perfect, is in perfect English, but it will not be on the right flow. That's why you need to find private label articles that are talking about the same thing, so that even if you, for example, let's preview a sample here, what you ought to know about SeNukeX. When you look online for an SEO training company, the choices are many. However, there are a few tips you can follow to find the best training course that suits your personal needs. See? So it is still an understandable format. It's still a good sentence. There may be some irrelevant, okay, but when we spin it again, you will see that it also changes the paragraph setting. Okay, so here we have 2 paragraphs and then a title, and then we click on the spin again. We have a brief paragraph here, 2 titles, 3 titles, and then we have a big paragraph. So let's check on the uniqueness. The uniqueness is now, okay, a good 46% without me writing or without me spinning one single article. This is actually one of the secrets why I still get relevant backlinks without me writing content, and it's still readable, that the administrators don't detect and the users don't detect. Because if you read this, everything is still in good English and good sentence construction. Okay, it might not flow correctly, but still, because this article is related, very much related, it can still be understood by the person who is reading this article. Okay, so let's go on to the next. Click on the next. Okay, so as you can see here, we're looking for a bookmark. Okay, with the bookmarking, you're limited. We want to limit it to 50 words. The reason is most bookmarking sites won't allow you to create long descriptions in for your bookmarks. So just create one bookmark here. I would like to also add the title here because I will also want it to be spin. Okay, if it is not spin, you need to create another one. Okay, search engine. Okay. Okay, perfect. And then click it here, title spin. Okay, and then click on the next. Okay, this is, I think, another bug from the new SEO. So just click on the next. So sometimes you'll get an unhandled error. Just click on the OK. I think this is currently being resolved as we speak. Okay, so if just go back here, SEO training. Okay, as I have told you before, I don't want to use generate content because it creates garbled and unreadable content. What I would like to use is a private label right article, and then at least 4 or 5 articles combined into one. So I'll pause this for a while to get another. Okay, so here's our article, and as I've told you before, just spin at least one term or one keyword. This is to make sure that SENuke doesn't flag your article as not yet being spinned or spun. Okay, and then if you want to preview a sample, okay, and if you want to check uniqueness, of course you can do that also. Okay, now some of you might already be asking, what link placement are you choosing? It doesn't matter now because as I have told you before, we are going to change how we use the wizard later on. So I don't need to edit the link placement for now. Okay, for the bookmark, this is the bookmark for the second tier. Oops, okay, bookmark second tier. With another bookmark here. Okay, when you're creating bookmark, you want to leave the impression that it's a real person bookmarking. So have you send I want to learn more about search engine optimization. Okay, so usually leaving 2 or 3 articles would be enough for your bookmark. Okay, and okay, so just change this one. This is okay. If you want that to be spin, put it here so that it will be auto spin. This is one of the reasons I want to use the wizard, because the auto spins are default in the wizard, but if you do it manually, you have to use the best spinner to spin it. And I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to this one, because this is being submitted to the social bookmarking sites and not to the Web 2.0 sites, that you need to be very careful when you using them. Okay, so your article directory. Oops, okay, we need to go back. Okay, perfect. Okay, for your article directory, still the same principle. I'm going to use a private label right article. Okay, and then I'll just spin one term or one word just to make sure that, okay, shorten article to 550 words is checked. My keywords are here, my title is here. Okay, now you might okay, another thing here is you might want to put your keyword in the first portion as much as possible. SeNukeX SEO Training. Okay, training. Okay, now if you zoom at this, you might see that I do open parenthesis SEO pipe and then close parenthesis. Now the reason I don't put any characters after the SEO pipe is because I want it to sometimes show SEO and I want it to sometimes to not show anything. So that what happens is I just only have SeNukeX Training instead of SeNukeX SEO Training. Okay, and then okay, sometimes I also use numbers to make it random as much as possible. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Okay, use numbers. I want this. I'm sorry. I want this to be about 4 times. Okay. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. I want to check it. Previous sample. Okay, as you can see, SeNukeX SEO Training. Okay, sometimes it doesn't include SEO. Okay. The reason I want to do that is because I want it to be a random as much as possible. Okay, and then click, of course, the next button. Okay, and then you have your PR or page rank. Okay, for your page rank, okay, what you need to do here is to, oh sorry, this is your press release, PR press release. Okay, click on the next button. It's the same as your article submission and your Web 2.0. Okay, okay, perfect. Now we're here on our press release. Copy the article again. I'll make sure that it's shortened into 550. SeNukeX SEO Training is included. Okay, and then last would be my social tier. Okay, for my social, same article. Okay, for this one I might want to change my title so that it won't be too redundant. Best ways to learn SeNuke. How? Okay, perfect. Now, okay, and then click on the next button. Okay, sometimes it will show an unhandled error. I think this is because of the SeNukeX main URLs here. Okay, anyway, how to skip that is to just go here, instead of the universal settings, go to confirm and create. So it will show you a notification, so you will be brought back to the universal settings, and you have the CAPTCHA account, of course. Check balance first. You still have CAPTCHA. Make sure that this is checked so that if SeNukeX crashes, it will still continue. The auto login. Okay, solution center. Now, spread submission over how many days? I have told you that I usually don't go below 3 days. Okay, but for this campaign I'll use 7 days. Okay, if you have a fast computer, go with 10 or maybe 9. If you have a slower computer, go with 4 or 6. But I usually would like to go with just 4 to 6. The reason is, although my computer is fast, the internet might be slow, and if the internet is slow, you'll have more failed submissions than successful submissions. So it actually depends. You have to tweak and you have to test. Okay, the start date would be, okay, it has to be later. Okay, we'll be setting it up for a while, so I don't want it to submit immediately or to start immediately. I want it to start after 15 minutes, because we will be setting up our campaigns, because I have told you we need to tweak the wizard and to make it more effective, to use the wizard more effectively. Okay, you need to check the balance first. Okay, Okay, now after clicking the next button, you will see that this is now ready to export. Just click on the finish button and it will be populated. Now, okay, many people leave it up and don't do anything, and this is not good because you actually leave a big footprint, as I have told you before. Okay, and so you don't want to do that. Okay, so what are we going to do? What are the modifications that we need to do? Okay, first modification is if you have more than one money URL. For example, you have 30 pages that you would like to be boosted for your SeNukeX SEO training, add them all here, including the anchor text and the keyword. Okay, next thing that we would like to add is we would like to add our authority links. So click on the new page URL. Okay, because this doesn't allow me to add it a while ago. So I've told you the authority links creates good neighborhood linking to your money pages and to your Web 2.0 sites. What happens is this gives the search engines a big authority boost because you're actually linking to good websites. Just remember, don't link to your competitors. Okay, so what you need to do is to go to Wikipedia. Okay, and then enter your related keyword. So let's say SEO, and you will see lots of terms here. So just click on one term that is not directly your keyword or not the keyword that you're targeting, but it's very relevant. So let's click on the backlinks. So backlinks is not being targeted in my website, but it's very relevant. So I am going to use the backlinks URL, and I'm going to put it here in my authority links. Okay, click on the batch add. Okay, and I want to put an anchor text, so edit anchor. So I'll just put backlinks, backlink. Okay, perfect. Now that's my authority URL. Okay, so let's imagine what will happen. First, it will create an account at 10 p.m. So that's today, 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, and it will create accounts in 153 sites, and those sites are your Web 2.0, your article, and your press release and bookmarking, and then RSS. And as you can see, are the terms or the usernames. Okay, so after creation of that account, it will be verified. What happens next is it will now run our social nuke immediately. So what happens is it will run our social nuke, and this is where I would like you to change something. So you can see there's a link here. Now I would like you to change that link, okay, into something like using your money URLs. Okay. If you have a template from VitaV, use the conclusion template. The reason that it's good to use is because it creates relevant placeholder for your articles. Okay, I'll show you in a. But if you don't have VitaV's bonuses from the ultra spinnable articles, the best way to do is to just put a sentence that is flowing with your link. Okay, so I love to put, if you want to know more, browse this article or browse more information. Okay, visit this site about. Okay, and what happens is just you add the random URL and then click on the money site URL. Just only want one, and I don't want a new line. Okay, so if you check now the link, Okay. Oops. So we need to put, sorry about that one. We need to put the placeholder keep here because I forgot this is a random. Okay. Next, check. Okay, perfect. So it's here. Check out SeNuke SEO Training. Check out SEO Training. Okay, perfect. Browse more information, SEO Training. Now, as I've told you, we want to create good neighborhood linking. You also need to put your authority URL. Okay. Authority URL. Okay, it's here. Authority links. Custom separator. I just need one link. And let's rotate this and let's see. Okay, perfect. I now have two links, SeNuke X SEO Training and my authority link. Okay. Now, if you have already your first tier links, then you also add your first tier links here. So you actually have a maximum of 3 links. One is linking to your main or money page, one is linking to your authority link, and one is linking to your first tier websites. Okay, so now I still don't have my first tier. I'll let it run for a while. Okay, then click on the close button. Okay, now before I close this one, I want this to be scheduled. I don't want this to submit all at the same time. So I want this to schedule right after the submission of, or sorry, right after the creation of my accounts. So right after account project creation, and I want it to submit over 3 days. Okay. Okay, as you can see, it now changed from, sorry about that. It now changed from for 7 days starting project after creation is complete. Now what happens is if you follow this scheduling, for example here, as soon as the first tier websites, the Web 2.0 sites are created, it will be bookmarked immediately by the social sites, because it's, as it says here, starting project first tier run, which is this one, completed for the day. So after submission, for example, it's 9 o'clock, it will already be bookmarked at 9, maybe 9:10 or 9:15. And I don't want that to happen because that is very unnatural. Imagine creating a website and your website being bookmarked immediately in the next few seconds or maybe next few minutes. If you have a big site, then that is not unnatural. But if you have a new website, that is very unnatural because basically don't have the traffic first and you don't have the authority, and you're not being talked about in the internet, and the search engines will pick that up and you'll be flagged as a spam and your search engine rankings might be affected. So what we would like to do is, after submitting the Web 2.0 sites, maybe after a few minutes, we want the bookmarking to happen after several hours. Okay, and then the RSS maybe after a day or maybe after several hours again. So we want it to be random. We want it to have longer interval, because what we would like to do here is we would like to mimic how the real world of sharing links happen, and that happens by actually having a random time and many people bookmarking and sharing your websites, and that is how the search engines will view you as the authority for that particular keyword or term. So the next thing that you need to do is actually very easy, is to just check everything and then let it run. Okay, so let's go first with the article directories. For the article directories, okay, some of it is not included. Okay, and the links here, you might want to check the link. The link would be in your money URL. Okay, I would suggest a maximum of 2 links in the article directory submissions. Next, I want to check my, okay, sorry, I've forgotten to schedule this one. Okay, I want this to schedule based on time again and not based on somebody stopping. So just click on this one. I'll want this to start immediately, so I'll start that at 11 p.m. but I want it to be spread in just 2 days, or sorry, in just 3 days. Click on the X, so that will start to submit at 11. For the press release, okay, I want this also to start, but I would like this to be distributed longer. So I'll change the schedule. Want this to start at maybe 10:30 or 10:15, but I want this to be longer. I want this to be submitted for 7 days. Okay, that would be perfect. Okay, next is I want my social bookmarking sites to be created. Okay, I want my social bookmarking sites to be created. Perfect. But I would like them to be created not after the submission of my first tier, but after several hours. So I'll remove this one. So you'll have to estimate if the accounts are created maybe for after 30 minutes, and then it will be the first run of the SENuke social tiers will be submitted. Maybe that's another hour. So I want this for maybe after 4 hours or 5 hours. So let's say 11 p.m. will be the finish of the first tier, the social first tier. Okay, I'd like this to run at 6 a.m. Okay, and then I would like to spread the submission for 3 days. Perfect. Okay, start time. Okay, I'm sorry about that one because this should be May 2. Okay, perfect. And next, after the social, okay, it has an indexer. Okay, social first tier. I just want this to start as soon as possible. Okay. I want this to start on the 3rd day. And okay. Okay. And then next. Okay. RSS of social tier. Okay, this is the first RSS. I want the bookmarking will happen tomorrow at 6 a.m. So I want the RSS to submit still tomorrow, but not 6 a.m. I want it to submit at about maybe 7 p.m. or maybe 5 p.m. Okay, perfect. Okay, I want to also spread the submission for 3 days. Okay, click X. Okay, social second tier. Now this will be my second. Oh, still have a first tier here. I'll still finish this one before I go to my second tier. Okay, my first tier social bookmarking indexer. Oh, this will index my bookmarks which will be created tomorrow. So I want this to start on the 3rd day also at maybe 7 p.m. and then I want this to be spread over 4 days. So as you can see, I'm not following a certain number or a certain time because I want this to be random as much as possible, but there are certain principles here. The minimum that I go for my scheduling would be 3. Okay, I usually schedule them between 3 to 14 days. Okay, usually I go for 3 and 7 because it's actually, if you imagine, if you're being talked, you'll be talked about for 3 days and you'll be talked about for almost a week, and then it will, of course, your popularity will dwindle down. Okay, so I'm actually just mimicking what I think is also happening in the real world for search engine optimization. Next, the social second tier. Now, as you can see, the social second tier will point the links to the social first tier, or my first set of social networking sites. So I definitely don't want this to happen until maybe my social first tier is almost finished, and my estimate, if I run the social first tier for 3 days, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like this to be started at about on the 4th day. Okay, so I'll just check on the schedule. I'll change the schedule to start on May 4. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same time, so you can change that one. So as you can see, you will not be able to schedule this your campaigns effectively if you use the scheduler, the default scheduler. Okay, so I just want to tweak it more. Anyway, this is just one time, and I am actually creating 1 week's worth of work because of the scheduler function of SeNukeX. Okay, so the bookmarking, I want it to be bookmarked. So if that would be on the 4th day, I want it to bookmark maybe on the 6th day. So that would be on May 6. Okay, and I want to spread the submission for at least 3 days. Okay, perfect. And RSS, so if the bookmarking is in the 6th day, I want it to be on the 7th day. Okay, I want the RSS to be in the 7th, so that would be May 7. I also want to spread the submission to 3 days. Okay, perfect. Okay, do we still have one more that is not scheduled? Yes, we still have one more, and that is the first tier B website. Okay, now if you notice, I also call my groups, my A, B, and B groups as spoke. A spoke is one set or one group. Imagine spokes as one location. So one set of people is talking about your website maybe in California, and another spoke is talking about your website maybe in the Philippines. Now basically it doesn't happen simultaneously. It may happen simultaneously, but we don't want that we don't want to do that in our link building campaigns, especially if your site is new, because you'll be putting a lot of links to your main pages, and it could actually be detrimental to your rankings. You could actually get sandboxed. You can still get out, but you'll be able, your websites might be sandboxed by the search engines. So what we would like to do is, after the first spoke or the first run of your campaigns has happened, okay, what you want to do is you would actually want to start the second tier or the second campaign after a week or after the campaigns have started. Okay, so as you can see, I have scheduled it at 10 o'clock, and my video has been longer, so I'll schedule this now so that it will still continue. So I'll pause it for a while because that will affect my video recording. Okay, so the first tier, I would like to schedule this after a week. So if today is May 1, I would like to schedule it May 8. Okay, not exactly the same time again. Okay, I want it to spread the submission to maybe just at least 3 days. Okay, and then the cycle again repeats. Now the difference here is you can now add a first tier. Okay, I want to add a first tier here. Okay, I want to add an authority link here. Sorry. Okay, and I want to add a brief description here. Check these sites. Okay. For more information. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I would like to put the keep, because this will be removed when random. Okay, oh sorry, press enter sound. Okay, so enter one keyword that is spinned or spawned. Optimization. Okay, check uniqueness. Okay, perfect. We have a 50% average uniqueness, and I haven't rewritten or spinned any content. This is the reason I love SENuke, because it allows me to create relevant articles immediately. Okay, perfect. Now we have a link to our site and a link to our authority. And I have already scheduled this. Let's just check the schedule once more. This will start next week at 7 p.m. and I want this to be submitted over 3 days. Okay, so now you have entirely set up a campaign using the wizard. What I would suggest is you use the wizard, but you need to tweak them a little bit, because if you do everything manually, it could take a lot of time, and you could get confused, especially with the linkings and the namings. But with the wizard, SeNukeX actually does the linking for you. All you need to do is to rename them and to change some factors inside the creation process, which I have shown you. And basically, this is what you need to do to set up a 1-month campaign, or maybe a 2 months campaign, or maybe 3 months campaign. Especially if you're going on a long vacation, all you need to do is create several spokes, or multiple spokes, and then schedule those spokes every week, or maybe every 2 weeks, or maybe every 3 days. It's actually up to you. So I hope you have learned a lot in our SeNukeX SEO training course. If you have a question, if you have more requests for more videos, please send me an email so that I'll be inspired to create more videos that would definitely help you in your SEO campaigns and with your use of SeNukeX. This is Enzo, and thank you very much for purchasing and watching my videos here in SeNukeX SEO Training.com.